Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Chris Eubank Jr. and Frank Warren have apparently settled their defamation dispute. Now, this goes back to comments made by Chris Eubank Jr. about Frank Warren. This was during a presser for Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol, their first fight, when Eubank sat amidst all the promoters, Hearn, Warren, the Sauerlands, and just called them all scumbags. How to win friends and influence people. And Frank, of course, doesn't like this. He's a very litigious person. There was an immediate apology where Eubank retracted the statements, calling them inaccurate statements and apologising. But this wasn't good enough for Frank, so off he went to see his lawyers, and there was a defamation case pending. But this has now been settled, and the details are unknown. They're probably personal. They're probably not going to be released. If I had to guess, I would say it was probably a case of either Eubank paid Warren off. They came to a financial agreement before it got to court proceedings, or behind the scenes, Eubank and his handlers have come to an agreement to drop with Warren to fight one of Warren's fighters on the proviso that the case gets dropped. Now, who would that fighter be? Well, Hamzah Sheeraz is due to face Edgar Berlanga at super middleweight. His debut at super middleweight. Warren has talked about wanting to put Hamzah in with Eubank Jr. for a long, long time now. But Denzel Bentley is also on Frank's books, and it is possible that Bentley and Warren is looking at Bentley as a possible opponent for Eubank Jr. So it's feasible that Eubank's team went to Warren and said, if you want to do business with us, you don't want to be suing us, because we're interested in fighting some of your guys and we can make a lot of money together. And you're going to have to, but if we want to do this, you got to be sensible. You can't be, suing me, because I'm not going to wear it. You want to sue me, fine. But it's not really the way that business partners should do business. And he might have said something along those lines. You just don't know. But the up and all of it is that there was a statement that said Frank Warren and Chris Eubank Jr. confirmed that the defamation proceedings against Chris Eubank Jr. have been settled amicably, and that came from Queensbury. With these proceedings now settled, both Frank Warren and Chris Eubank Jr. look forward to a positive professional relationship in the future. I think there was a defamation case that was settled out of court between Eddie Hearn and Jake Paul. Hearn, who is not really renowned for being particularly litigious, was suing Jake Paul when he said that, the judges were in Eddie's pockets and all this sort of thing. And that sort of went by the wayside because, what happened? Well, of course, they got together and thrashed out a deal for fights 2 and 3 in the Katie Taylor-Amando Serrano trilogy. So once business rears its head, you end up with enemies suddenly becoming bedfellows. And I suspect this has probably happened here. But like I say, I don't have any inside information. This is purely speculation, or whatever you want to call it. And we'll see what happens. But do not be surprised if Chris Eubank Jr. ends up on a Queensbury card, or I should say a co-promoted Queensbury boxer card, because he is one of Ben Shalom's fighters, probably the jewel in Ben Shalom's crown, I'd imagine now. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see, like we always do. It all comes out in the wash, doesn't it, in time. But anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know who you'd like to see Chris Eubank Jr. fight out of the Warren stable. I think it's heading that way, but you tell me what you think. And yeah, just leave your comments below and I'll have a read. Thanks for watching. As always, thank you for your support. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you like the video, hit the like button thingy, because they do count them. They do count them, apparently. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much. I will catch you later, and bye for now.